Hello and good afternoon. Thank you for watching UBC television with me, Wadulo Mark Arnold. This is your lunchtime news, the 16th day of July 2022. You're welcome, and it's going to be a 30-minute bulletin. Now, to start off, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has commended UPDF for always following his advice and implementing his directives. This was at the pass out of soldiers at the Armored Warfare Training School at Karamoja. Addressing the graduates, Museveni urged them to avoid bad practices like alcohol in order to be successful and serve the UPDF in full protocol. Representing the Chief of Defense Forces, the Deputy Chief of Defense Forces, Lieutenant Peter General Elwelu, thanked the President for always making time for the UPDF regardless of his busy schedule, and asked the President to continue supporting the refurbishment and infrastructure improvements of the training base. These are the details.
The terrain model covers the general areas of Kalama and Kabanga. It borders in the east Kiwawa Hill, in the north Isinzili Hill.
Because they don't drive through until they are destroyed.
Get in our system the culture of a real revolutionary army. When I advise you, you listen and you implement. In order to eat properly, just eat, you need combined elements. So in the past, no, but only you must have water. Water to do what? To wash down the food. So what we have been training you, say, please, if food is very difficult to eat like that, how about eating the enemy? You should not try to kunyata enemy. Enemy needs combined package. And I can see, that's what we've been talking about this for a long time. When you hear that program issues are continuing, Karamoja, it is because they kunyata, the enemy. They just use soldiers to follow. Kufata nyayo, peke yake. Fata nyayo! For the graduates, the only thing you now need to be careful about is afia. Afia. You are doing very well. You are young people, but afia. And the dangerous things to afia are two: pombe na mabibi au mabwana. These are the two dangers to afia.
In other news, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has received and held discussions with the President of the Confederation of African Football, a South African billionaire and businessman, Dr. Patrice Theophane Motsepe. The First Lady and also Minister of Education and Sports, Mama Janet Kataha Museveni, was represented by the State Minister in charge of Sports, Honorable Hamson Obua, to receive the CAF President, who is in the country for a 2-day visit. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, while addressing his guests, revealed that the sports sector has been receiving little support because of the economy and had collapsed, collapsing during the Amin's regime. And after reviving the concentration was put on infrastructure development that has helped it to grow the economy. President Museveni promised more support to the sports sector, as these details share with us.
the First Lady.
So this is just it's a humble token.
Like a flag.
It's a flag from the 54 football nations in Africa to our president, and to say thank you so much for your support. And you leave me here. When I sit in the plane, I'll be thinking of the good words that you have done excellent work in the past, and there's even more to come to support football. We are so grateful.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is for you, Mr. President, and this is for our First Lady.
Thank you so much.
As her leadership in sports. So I'll hand it over to our Speaker, and thank you so much, Speaker, and the Deputy Speaker, and everybody else, the football fraternity here, for coming with us, President, to be with you. We are most grateful.
So we have been struggling with the issues of infrastructure, the issues of social services. We have not really supported sport. The only support we have given is peace.
Absolutely.
So with peace, this is how these fellows are coming up. They are coming up with minimum support. But once where we are going now, because the economy is growing but also transforming, you will see we shall really give support.
Makerere University's council has suspended the University Guild elections that had been scheduled for this Friday. The university has also put up a committee to investigate the violence, which climaxed into a loss of a life.
Makerere University Council, the topmost decision-making organ, has suspended the guild elections, which had been scheduled for this Friday following the death of a Ugandan Christian University student during the campaigns.
This took everybody surprised that an incident, a student election contest, can lead to a loss of life. It's very unfortunate. The loss of one young man is a loss too many. There is the committee, one of the things the committee is going to be looking into is finding out what did not go right. The police on its part is also, of course, investigating the criminal elements in this incident, and that path we leave for the police. But for us on the side of the university management, it will be more about how exactly can we ensure that future elections and the related student activities are better.
Among the resolutions that the University Council passed include the suspension of the caretaker government and all guild leadership structures, the ban on brigades and other unauthorized groups within the university, appoint a committee which will provide an interim report to the council, and ban physical guild elections at the university.
The council also resolved in number 8 that any individual established to have engaged in the violence and other cases of indiscipline be handled immediately following the established university disciplinary procedures. And finally, the council resolved to ban physical guild elections at the university, and that any future elections shall be virtual.
During the course of the day, there was heavy deployment of police and other sister security organs at the university, with a team of forensics at the scene of crime. Some of the students we talked to condemned this unfortunate incident.
We have all been told that he was an old boy of our candidate, and he had come to support him because they have been friends, and he had come at least to give a hand to him.
All the students' fraternity of Uganda for the loss of a great comrade in the struggle. This particular student was going to be a great resource to the country. We hope he would significantly add the development of Uganda.
It's hurting that as we try to advocate for leadership, we are seeing two camps colliding. But as NRM, we are advocating for unity, we are advocating for peace.
The Deputy Police Spokesperson, Kampala Metropolitan Area Luko Wesigire, said that police is still investigating the matter.
Fortunately, someone allegedly stabbed Betuvula.
Watungura. So he later on whisked himself away to one of the halls called Sivira, where some of his colleagues got him from there and later on pushed him in an ambulance, a university ambulance, that rushed him to Makerere University Hospital, where he succumbed to the injuries he sustained. It was that the body was later on conveyed to Sitamochare Mulago, and investigations are ongoing.
Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Very unfortunate turn of events right there, which I think should really be investigated and established. The National Resistance Movement Director Communications, Emmanuel Dombo, has asked Bukimbiri residents to desist from tribal and religion-based politics as they head for the parliamentary by-elections. Dombo has been meeting NRM leaders on how to form campaign task forces and advise leaders that when campaigns are based on issues, they will be peaceful. Details follow.
With only 2 weeks remaining to the campaigns for Bukimbiri County parliamentary by-elections, has set up a campaign task force at all levels to ensure the seat remains in the hands of National Resistance Movement. The Director Communication at the NRM Secretariat, Emmanuel Dombo, has for the last 1 week been in Kisoro district to ensure the ground is leveled in the NRM camp.
And secondly, we also wanted to assess the capacity of our candidate and flag bearer, Honorable Eddie Kwizera, but also to find out what the members of NRM were talking. We have concluded the meetings today, and I want to assure you that from what we have seen and observed, the NRM has got a very strong base and support in Kisoro. Secondly, Honorable Eddie Kwizera has very strong support as a flag bearer.
During the meetings, Dombo urged the people of Bukimbiri to desist from politics of tribe, religion and sectarianism as they head to the by-elections.
In these meetings, we have been reminding the people the ideological basis of NRM, that is non-sectarian, non-tribal, non-religious, that we must be patriotic and talk about the problems that affect us other than the things that divide us. Secondly, we must respect one another and we must earn respect as leaders.
Kisoro mainly consists of 2 tribes, the Bafumbira and the Bachiga, which according to reports on ground, some politicians wanted to use it as a tool for the campaigns, which the incumbent National Resistance Movement flag bearer Eddie Kwizera says the meetings have resolved.
We have been here mobilizing and setting up campaign structures and task forces. They have been very successful since we began, and many people have really joined the NRM, and now the percentages have gone up. So I am very happy about it. And most of the issues that had been raised and the misinformation that had been saturated social media and the other media houses has been effectively decided and responded to, and everything is okay.
Bukimbiri by-elections are slated for August 11th, and it is emanated from the Court of Appeal ruling that ejected Eddie Kwizera from Parliament on grounds of a mixed-up of candidate names in previous elections. Sadam Mubale, Aguta Philp, UBC News.
The Speaker of Parliament has appealed to all youth to acquire entrepreneurial skills in order to transform their lives. Thomas Tayewa commended Stanbic for training youth into future business moguls rather than being job seekers. Tayewa's advice was supported by the Northern Uganda Minister of State, Grace Freedom Kuyuchwin, who explained that jobs without business ideas will always lead to poverty.
People, please be frugal. Even now, if I meet you outside and I give you 10,000, keep some of it safe. But the problem with most of us, we want first eat and then we save.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayewa, has appealed to all Ugandans to embrace a culture of saving and investment for financial stability.
The most important investment, the critical, is character. When you have character, you can get everything. I didn't have anything in terms of contacts, but I had character. And because of that character, When I wasn't even an MP, when I wasn't anything, I reached on tables of presidents.
Tayebwa, who was speaking at the National Schools Championship Grand Finale for the year 2022, also appealed to youth to acquire entrepreneurial skills rather than being job seekers.
You have to know that you have just started the journey. Stanbic Bank has helped you put your foot on the table. Now it's you to race, it's you to navigate your way. You will need discipline. I've come to understand that in business, especially for young entrepreneurs, the most important investment, the critical, is character.
Minister for Northern Uganda, Grace Freedom Kuichwiny, the board chairperson Stanbic Bank Uganda Holdings, Japheth Kato, Stanbic Bank Executive Officer Anne Juko, among others, gave insights about the National Schools Championship program.
In these championships, we aim to get all the students across the country to think about entrepreneurial activities, and not just think about, but participate in entrepreneurship activities. We've done this for the 7th year in a row, and we will continue to do it for many more years to come.
You are now doing it in school, but you will not leave it in school. You must live with it even when you leave school. I was looking at the other school, Mandela. Now I'm looking at you. Soon you will graduate to another level, but please move with your skill. This one you have already got, move with it.
The National School Championship is a Stanbic Bank initiative aiming at empowering young people and the teachers in secondary schools across Uganda to start and grow their business ideas in different sectors of the economy into reality.
From mission to vision to profitability, what do you lack? This is real business skills that you have. So with this, earlier on I got what the Right Honorable Speaker said.
An estimated 60,000 learners and 10,000 teachers took part in the challenge, with 20 schools qualifying for the Stanbic Bank Uganda National Schools Contest Grand Finale for the year 2022, held at Renzori Ballroom, Sheraton Kampala Hotel.
We give different students a chance to participate, a chance to work with us, and a chance to start something new, to innovate in their own societies and to add value. As a bank, we go around the country. This year we've done 100 schools across the entire country. And you will see that our winners are from Busoga High, Mandela High School in Hoima, Chebambe Girls, and several others who are in their own environment, have identified a problem and are working to solve for this problem.
Habimana Deo compiled this report.
Uganda cannot, the future.
Now, in rather unfortunate news, the NRM Councillor LC3 and LC1 Chairman of Church Area Karamoja, Karamoja, James, is dead. He was murdered by yet-to-be-identified people riding on a motorcycle. Karamoja died just in front of the Centenary Park gate in Kampala. And before meeting his death, Karamoja was on his routine jogging. According to the eyewitnesses, the incident happened before 6 a.m. and the deceased might have been killed using a blunt object. The body was taken to the mortuary as investigations continue. We'll be updating you on this story as it develops.
When I called him, I said, Chairman, I've taken long, I don't see you. Said, my secretary, you're putting on much weight. You come and we do physics. I want you have been used to doing exercise with me. You come and we start road run. I said, but I have a bigger schedule. Maybe I will join you on Sunday. But in the morning, then we go and refresh and we continue with the business. I said, John, you are welcome. That's the last word I spoke to him yesterday.
Saddam Abdallah, nayenga nsinga kuwangalira uchibuli wa bigalo. Mbadde nzija bwenti netusanga omulambo naye according ku mulambo ogwo engeri gye yafiiriddemu alaga nti bamukubye ennyondo. Naye nsasiranya abantu b'e Karamoja kuba bagemno oyo omuntu oyo abadde w'amaanyi nnyo ng'abayamba ku babbi biki. Naye according kunze engeri gye ndaba kirabika abadde babbi be bamuteeze ne bamukuba. Naye ate olaba bulungi afiiridde wali mu kufiira awo naye ate kirabika alaga nti bamukubidde wali eri kubanga weetegereza ebifaananyi bino alaze nti yeekulula alaze nti yeekulula abadde ayagala sikaliwa wana muyambe then naye kafiira awo naye okulaba bulungi waneno
kwe kudduka ne tuvuga piki ne tujja ne tutuuka wano tugenze okutuuka tusanze ebitabo by'omusaayi awo nga bamaze omujjawo naye dibuli amaanyi nnyo tusaba gavumenti etuyambe saawa eno enyweze security mu Karamoja kubanga oyo gwe bajjewo yabadde akwatidde security ye Karamoja eri Karamoja nga n'omuyaayi yenna okuwulira nti ne bamuwulira buwulizi nti gundi
abadde talina gwaboola oba mukadde oba muto actually buli omu emiruka yonna Karamoja tuparishe Karamoja wanu bona badde badukira weno bofuna ekizibu oba n'omukubira essimu saa 8 ez'ekiro yabadde agezako kutulwanirako kutukontrolinga kababbi buli kimu factory of lost him. Awo sisobola kulimba kulokuba ennaku nga 2 emabega nagendeyo mpaka nga tujjayo ebbaluwa z'abaana ba boda boda bagamba okwewandiisa ebimusangawo nga tunyumya azinomo kyokka ekyo teri kirala naye nga badde ne parking yaawo nga wosanga ye office ewo musanga wakolerako.
Quite unfortunate. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Karamoja sub-region is to receive 1,590 metric tons of maize and 795 metric tons of beans for the 3 months to every household across Karamoja sub-region. The plans for securing food for all the year by the Office of the Prime Minister is currently underway. The Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Dr. Makerere Chitutu, revealed this while officiating the peace meeting between Moroto and Napak District Women Peace Forum. These are the details.
The children are dying.
The Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Dr. Makerere Chitutu, has said over 1,000 metric tons of maize and 795 metric tons of beans will be distributed among the affected families in the region.
It has mobilized 1,590 metric tons of maize flour and 795 metric tons of beans. So they are going to be delivered to all the districts in Karamoja. Agreed is that food goes directly to the sub-counties. Kabong, Kotido and Moroto, I think, and Nabiratu are the ones in the crisis level, and those are getting first as others also receive Abim, Karenga, Amdat. So everybody is going to receive food. We now receive food. Every household in Karamoja will be able to receive food for 3 months.
This follows report of famine in Karamoja.
Has been very unreliable. Then the issue of insecurity has made the farming in the villages very difficult.
Put 3 times in different time. But the only problem is, the challenge is it's inadequate. It's little. Then of course it's given to a few families that are thought to be hit too much, but at this apparently everybody is hit. Everybody has nothing to hit.
Minister Chitutu says the World Food Program has given $5 million to Uganda for food relief in Karamoja and urged chief administrative officers to ensure the distribution of food to all affected households.
Mobilized $5 million for food coming to Karamoja alone. So just to be firm, the situation of food will be better very soon. The meeting going on in Kampala is to plan for food for Karamoja for 1 year, because we know you are not going to harvest until after 1 year.
Chitutu directed that elders be given priority in the food distribution.
Some of the people, especially the elders, nobody takes trouble to take to them food. Also, cow is given that responsibility to ensure that, especially the elderly who are weak, lactating mothers, those with babies, should be able to get or to be given priority and they receive food.
The woman member of Parliament, Moroto District, Stella Atiang, says mechanized agriculture is a solution to food scarcity in the region.
That we have. So if irrigation is promoted in Karamoja, I'm sure we shall manage the issue of called scarcity.
Food distribution in Napak and other districts begin this weekend. Maureen Iga, Irene Nakungu, UBC News.
The National Drug Authority, in collaboration with the Uganda Police, has arrested 6 suspects in connection with counterfeiting and selling impure vaccines for foot and mouth disease. The culprits were found in possession of over 20,000 dozens worth more than 100 million shillings of impure and counterfeit drugs. These are the details.
Vaccines are very sensitive products, one that should be handled by qualified people. All the 6 were unqualified according to the National Drug Authority Act, Section 33. It requires that these vaccines, which are classified products, should be handled by either a registered pharmacist, a qualified medical doctor personnel, or a veterinary surgeon, or any authorized persons. But also they are very sensitive products that must be kept in controlled temperatures. We found all these products in a domestic refrigerator.
In another development, a digital community device has been installed in Budo to help residents learn computer basic skills. The initiative is free, and those that undergo the training are given 20 days to learn different computer and internet connectivity skills. We take a look.
To support information and communication technology needs in Uganda, an American tower company has embarked on training community members in Budo, Wakiso district, computer skills.
Can come and learn aspects of ICT that they would not ordinarily get out there. This program is available to every member of the community, young, old, land, not land. As we contribute to the tower count, we also contribute to the communities by providing the service and education that this country needs in ICT. For 20 days, you have the basics of a computer, or you have the basics of simply using computer. Be it Microsoft Word, be it Excel, PowerPoint, or just using the internet.
We want you to apply what you learn in your business. Also, you learn about e-commerce, buying and selling things on the internet.
While handing over the digital device to Budo community, the Chief Executive Officer, American Tower Company, Dorothy Semanda, urged community members to participate in the ongoing exercise in large numbers for their own benefit.
In most cases, it's simply having the knowledge that you can actually grow a full business using ICT, using a simple mobile phone. So knowledge is powerful, and how you use that knowledge actually propels you. Uganda is on a path to grow to 4G, to 5G, and to other technologies that the world has already grasped.
After the 1-month training, every trainee shall be awarded a certificate. This initiative has come at a time when the technology dynamics have changed in the past 2 years and the world has gone digital. Shaidat Nasakum, UBC News.
Call that a digital facility, of course, hosting a number of computers. Otherwise, thank you for joining us for this lunchtime news. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold. Remember, today is Saturday, the weekly business roundup. I'll be with you at 8:30 p.m. tonight. Have yourselves a lovely lunch.